Hey, what's up? It's me, Adin, one half or the taller half of Hustlin' Hooks. It'll be a solo video. Maybe Monda pops in later. She's taking care of Jessica. The last few weeks have been pretty hectic. We don't have a babysitter for basically 2 out of 3 days during the work week. So we've been juggling, doing the best we can. In this video, I want to talk about the top 5 reasons why we switched our business model to niching down to shoes and clothes only. And as you can see, we're pretty bare right now. We don't have a lot of inventory as we process everything that we get and we don't have a death pile. Before we get into those reasons, let's go thrifting and replenish. We have been making consistent sales in that new store, so we got a decent amount. All these are from yesterday. We had a solid sales day. I'm going to drop these off. Usually we have our guy pick them up from the front porch, but however, our returns are sent to our P.O. box, so I have to go grab one return right now anyway. So that's first, then off to the thrift stores, and I'll show you a couple things. Hopefully I find something exciting. The first reason is probably the most obvious. It's winter outside, as you can see. It's extremely cold, and in the winter time there are no garage sales. We are, however, surrounded by roughly 15 thrift stores in like a 20-mile radius, which is pretty good. And like most thrift stores, the most abundant thing that we can find in our thrift stores are gently used clothing and shoes. So from a sourcing point of view, it makes a lot of sense. If you're going to do this as a hobby, I think selling a lot of categories is perfectly fine, because you're just, you're doing it as a hobby or to pay off some debt or for fun or whatever. So it's more fun to find these major bolos, these home runs, etc. And you don't really have to worry about consistent listings or consistent sourcing or inventory, because you're doing it part-time, or you're just, again, doing it for fun to pay off bills, etc. If you decide to do this full-time, meaning this is your way of making an income or supporting your family or yourself, then you need to have a steady stream of inventory coming in. Obviously that inventory needs to be processed, sold, and that process needs to be repeated over and over and over again in order for you to make it a full-time business where you're actually making money and paying yourself and reinvesting that money into your business, aka buying more inventory, expanding into different businesses, etc. So in order to do that, you need to be able to find consistent inventory. The one bottleneck that we have right now is that we can't really find enough quality listings, or we're spending too much time out there sourcing. So we are looking into some resources into getting stuff in bulk. We are working with some people off of Instagram to buy their store out, etc. If you have clothing and shoes, preferably in the Midwest area, email me. My email is down below. I know I've let a couple of people down. I didn't respond to their emails from months and months ago, so I apologize for that. Give me another chance, email me, let me know what you have, and hopefully we can make a deal. Also, just a quick reminder, if you're looking for the best inventory tracking sheet, Flipped Spreadsheet is out. All the links are down below. It's a great way for you to keep track of all your business expenses, all of your sales, get everything calculated automatically, have a beautiful way to have it all displayed via charts in the pro version, and then also get that information to your tax professional nice and neat, so you know exactly how much you made and how much you have to pay taxes on. Those links are down below. Thank you to the hundreds of people who've already purchased it. Your support is truly appreciated. You're part of the reason why Mona and I are able to do this full time. So again, thank you. Let's go and find some goods to flip. The first location I'm gonna try is this Goodwill. That's a very secret location. No one really knows about this one. It's on Diamond and Michigan, here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. It's a pretty good one, although they haven't restocked their, like they have their carts out, or their brand new racks out, and I've noticed the same ones out for like 3 days in a row or something like that. But hey, we'll see. So you can see, to my point, it's very plentiful. You can find a lot of crazy clothing in a pretty short period of time. This is all just one stop. Paid just about $200 for all of it. There's a jacket in there that'll cover like $60 of that. Plenty of profit. Stay tuned till the end of the video. I'll share a couple of bolos, a couple of brands for you to look out for that you may not know of. We got even more inventory, which is great. Just made it home. That was a great stop. Like I said, I'll show you guys a couple of bolos towards the end. We did get another bulk clothing order from our friend. We're gonna look through that. I'll, I don't know. You probably want to see what's inside, so maybe I'll show you a couple of pieces. This is what I just picked up, so it's these 2 bags. I'm gonna get those ready for Emily to start processing. We also got some mail in, so I got to go through that. I think there's a return, a gift, and something that didn't get delivered, so I'll have to deal with that as well. Reason number 2 for switching to clothing and shoes only, or niching down into a category, is scalability, also known as growing a business, right? Imagine training someone on how to test a Nintendo 64 Mario Kart video game, how to plug everything in if they've never done it before, how to test a stereo receiver, how to verify that some sort of glass is indeed old vintage, blah 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 brand of glass, and then imagining having to train that same person or multiple people on packing those things individually, uniquely, how to pack and ship a video console, a video game, a glass bowl, and a stereo receiver. That would not be easy, especially if you have any sort of turnover in your company. It would be very difficult to train them on. It kind of blends in with reason number 3, which is efficiency. It's also very inefficient to test a video game, then package some glass, then test and package a stereo receiver. One great thing about niching down into one category or 2 categories is that you're shipping the same thing over and over again, so it's very easy to do that. And you know exactly how much time it's going to take you, you know how to do it, and it's very easy to train someone how to package shoes or how to package a jacket, a shirt, a sweater, etc. That's reason 2 and 3, so scalability and efficiency. Yeah, sure, you can get very efficient at doing this with multiple categories, but there really is a limit. Again, if you're just doing this for yourself, by yourself, to make some extra cash, nothing wrong with doing it whatever way you want to. I don't care, we don't care what anyone else does, how they do it. For us, our goal is to get 5 to 7 employees to run the show for us. It will be a lot easier when we do the same thing. When I used to work in manufacturing, the worst part about manufacturing was called a changeover, right? When you go from product A to product B to product C, there's differences in packaging material, flavor, styles, etc. It's a lot of time wasted switching over from one to the next product. It's the most efficient when you're making the same thing over and over again. That's why if you ever walk into a food manufacturing companies, they're not gonna make hot dogs and then burger buns and then bacon. They're gonna go hot dog, hot dog, hot dog for 7 days straight, then switch over to bacon, then switch over to hamburger. I hope you catch my drift. Shout out to Derek, ATL Flippers. I'll link their channel down below if you want to go check them out. They're awesome. They do some pretty fun stuff. He sent me a special jersey that I saw in one of his recent YouTube videos, so I want to show you guys that first. When I first started watching football, I was living in Oakland, California, and the team that was the hottest back in 2000, 2001 were the Minnesota Vikings. So naturally, I decided, hey, that's the team I'm gonna root for. He ended up finding a vintage Randy Moss jersey, which is awesome. Obviously, one of the great receivers of all time. He had that fantastic undefeated season with Mr. Tom Brady as well in his late part of his career. Such a sweet piece, nice size as well. I can't wait to flip this for profit. Just kidding. I'm gonna keep this. I don't actually have any jerseys for American football, so this is the first one I now own. Derek, you're awesome. Thank you so much. I can't wait to wear this while the Vikings suffer another probably mediocre season next year. Pretty sure that this is a return. I think these are a pair of joggers. Yep. Didn't fit them. No big deal. Just a pair of Champion, I think. I like the fact that they double wrapped it. That's nice of them. Yeah, just a simple jogger from Champion. Yeah. Oh no, it's Tommy. Never mind. Tommy Hilfiger. So I'm gonna just get this relisted. No big deal. Returns happen. The third one is a failed to deliver pair of shoes. So I have to reach out to this person and see what happened. It's just a simple pair of Sperry tennis shoes that we had for a while. So no big deal. I'll contact the buyer and see what they want me to do, if there's a different address. I already paid for shipping, so I'll make them pay for shipping if they want it. Otherwise, I'll just refund them and relist them. All right, let's open this beauty up and see what we have inside. I assume I sliced the top articles of clothing, no big deal. Oh, huh, it didn't cut through. Should probably be more careful. Let's see. Looks like a vintage pair of Polo Ralph Lauren jeans with a big hit. That's a nice piece. Not gonna go through this entire box just because I have a bunch to do. Never heard of this brand. It's a Zani. Looks like it retails for an undisclosed amount. We'll have to look that up. Got an Under Armour piece. It's nice. Looks like underwear. Are these underwear? Could be underwear, like long johns. Ah, it's Patagucci. It's Patagonia bottoms, new tags. Nice. I'm assuming Adidas Snap or just Adidas in general. Yep, Adidas track pants. More Adidas. We got some Levi's. Some Fila. What's this? Eddie Bauer. All the goods. Some Dickies. Looks like a bigger size. Definitely a bigger size Dickies. What are these? What are these? Oh, Lucky brand. It's a decent brand. Some more jeans. Looks like some more Levi. Nice and distressed, just what the kids want. So on and so forth. So a lot of this stuff is going to be, you know, bread and butter stuff. That's what our new business model is. Smith's Workwear. These are nice flannel lined jeans, carpenter jeans. Looks like some button downs. Looks like a Texas Tech fleece. We got some, I'm gonna say this is Eddie. Nope, it's Echo. Little skull hit. So on and so forth. Those are articles that we can make 10 bucks profit per item that we can just volume out. That's why we buy from this particular supplier. She knows what we're looking for. This is the second box. The first box was really good. We'll quote it out, get this stuff paid for, and move on to the next. Which brings me to reason number 4 of niching down. Reason number 4 for niching down and, you know, going with that scalability aspect is predictability. It's a lot easier to predict how many pieces you're going to get in and how many pieces are going to sell based off of your store, because you can utilize the eBay metrics a lot more when you're niching into 1 or 2 categories than when you're all over the place. Meaning, if you are selling all categories, it's very unlikely that you're going to have repeat customers, and it's very unlikely that you're going to have people coming to your store to shop your store. They are probably just looking for that one-off item that they're searching for. You have it, they buy it, and they never actually, you know, come and shop your store or buy multiple things. That's another benefit. So it's predictable. Once you scale, once you get your listings up, once you have a certain amount of listings, you can predict historically how much you're going to sell. And that's what companies and businesses do. They project. So a manufacturing company, for example, can predict based off of historical data and contracts how many units they're going to manufacture, so they can predict how much raw material they can get in so they can manufacture that product. Similar to reselling clothing, we can predict how many sales we're going to have based off of how many listings we have, and we can start buying in bulk and making sure that we have enough inventory to cover our predicted sales. Typically, what we've seen is that about 1% of our listed inventory will sell per day on eBay. So we should expect around 10 sales per day at 1,000 listings for easy math. As we continue to scale that up, that number should increase. Obviously, you're going to have slow days and busy days regardless of what you're selling. But the more predictable your company is, the more predictable your store is, the easier it is to make long-term decisions while you're growing your business. Just pulled up to the second Goodwill for the day. This one is also a super secret one. No one knows about it here on 29th Street in Grand Rapids, Michigan. We'll see. This used to be my honey hole when I was working corporate because my job was really close by, so I was able to just come for lunches and grab some stuff. and I timed it so I always got there when they brought out all the brand new stuff. We'll see what we can find. Let's go in. Nothing crazy, no crazy hitters, just a bunch of jeans. Found a pair of Michael Kors pants, a couple of DKNY jeans that are women that are brand new tags, some J. Crew. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Only spent like 30 bucks or 38 bucks after some discounts and 20% off plus some store credits, so that's all good. Back to the homestead, and I'll share some of the bolos from earlier. The bolo brands I wanted to share with you guys. The first one is not just Nike, it's this division of Nike, the SB. I have no idea what it actually stands for. You might want to Google it if you're curious. But this is just a simple hoodie. I'm not entirely sure what this is going to sell for, but I picked it up because it's Nike SB. It's very modern. It's a polyester hoodie. It has a really neat design to it. I'll pop up some similar comps so you can see what these types or styles go for. The Nike SB skate shoes, maybe SB stands for skateboarding, I'm not sure. The skate shoes do really well. We just sold a pair yesterday and they were only listed for a day. Those typically go really fast. So anyways, Nike SB, be on the lookout, shoes and clothing. The second one is new to me. I've never seen this before. It's kind of tricky to find the actual brand. It ends up, it's in here. It's this puffer quilted type jacket. And the brand is Chrome Industries. I looked it up because of the style, and it's, you know, it's designed in San Francisco, California, USA. Pretty sure it's made in China. This type or style jacket, there were only, I think it was like 14 available and like 40 sold, and should fetch anywhere from 30 to 60 plus shipping. So definitely be on the lookout for this brand as well. And again, I'll pop up some comps. It is a little bit flawed here. I don't think this is by design, but it doesn't really affect the jacket. And the third one is just a pair of scrubs, but the brand is Figs. This is the second time ever we found these. I don't remember what they sell for, but I know they sell for enough where it's worth picking up. I'll again pop up some comps so you can see what these type of scrubs go for. These are a larger size too, so that's definitely a bonus. The fifth reason, or final reason, fifth reason, whatever you want to call it, probably not all of the reasons are summarized, just the, you know, the most important ones. It's simply workload. When you're doing a lot of different categories, there's a lot of different work associated with those categories. It kind of ties into efficiency as well. So for example, if we sell 10 articles of clothing or 10 pairs of shoes or a mix thereof, we know roughly how long it's going to take us to get all that stuff packaged and out the door. We also know how long it takes to process items, so we can look at our efficiencies that way. And we don't have to bend our backs trying to get these giant pieces of electronics bubble wrapped and properly packaged up. That again eats into a lot of time, eats into your efficiencies, and the workload is heavy. In this model, we know exactly how many things we need to process. We have a clear sense of directions of what needs to be processed. We know exactly how much time it's going to take us, again, roughly, as we're still perfecting our processes. And we know what the workload is for the day. The more you standardize this reselling thing as a 9 to 5, the better you're going to be at it, instead of just kind of working all the time or doing a little bit here, a little bit there. Again, that's full-time, part-time, do what you want. It's a little bit different because your goals and aspirations may be different. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, do the things to the videos that you know to do. There's a subscribe button at the bottom if you want to see more from us. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.